I have a headshot session tomorrow. These are my wardrobe options, and some of these clothes are gonna go in that suitcase, the ones that are not gonna wrinkle in there. So yeah. Why am I yelling? Ow. Oh, God, this is heavy. Okay, oof. Ugh. Hello. Welcome to the Dora and Selena show. On this episode, I will be doing all the work as usual while my dog licks her private areas. Cool. Okay, so like I said, I have a headshot session tomorrow. I'm doing 3 different looks. Okay, I'm gonna move some of this. Some of the stuff that, like I said before, that I know will be okay in the suitcase and won't really wrinkle, I'm gonna put in here. It's just a little easier on me as far as like transporting the clothes go. So I'm definitely gonna put, let's see here. I'm gonna put these 3 jackets in the suitcase. You can see these are leather jackets and a dark denim jacket. This is for my gritty cop / detective look that I'm going to be going for. So that's gonna go in the suitcase. And then my second look is going to be like a journalist / young working professional type, you know, very competent and confident in what they do. Let me see, out of that look, which outfit should go in the suitcase. I was thinking about like this underneath this jacket for the working professional look, but I'm not gonna put it in the suitcase because this jacket tends to wrinkle and this top as well is a little iffy, so that I'm gonna leave out. Let me take a look here. Same with this top. I'm gonna leave this one out. It's gonna wrinkle in the suitcase. But I can put this in the suitcase. This is another option for a young working professional. And I think this blazer might survive in there. I'll see. Okay. And then, sorry, this is a mess. This is a mess because this is in real time that I'm sorting through this. This is not gonna go in the suitcase. This is, again, like that business look. And then the last look I'm going for is commercial, you know, like mom, wife, neighbor, shopper, like wholesome, aspirational, like that kind of vibe. So for the commercial look, I was thinking that this is super cute, or even the top that I'm wearing now could work. This I'm gonna keep out of the suitcase because it does wrinkle pretty easily. Or like even this top here, could be cute. And these tops are fine, this can go in the suitcase. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and pack this up. I forgot to mention that I'm also going to pack this tank top as well, maybe another tank top, and also my lint roller because the dog hair gets everywhere. As part of my headshot prep, I like to clean up my bushy eyebrows by tweezing them, which is what I'm doing here. I'm no eyebrow expert, but what I do gets the job done. Then I also like to straighten my hair the night before any kind of shoot because I find that it makes my hair a lot easier to work with, and the result of whatever hairstyle I end up doing for the session looks a lot better when my hair doesn't start off as a frizzy mess. I actually had a self-tape audition I was doing this day, so it worked out quite nicely because I had to straighten my hair for the audition anyway, so I was basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so I'm about to do a self-tape audition. I can't really say what it is or what I'm gonna do, but this is the backdrop that I'm gonna be using, and I'm gonna be using this tripod as usual with the Rode mic. And yeah, so we are going to get to it. I'm actually going to do a practice run or a couple of practice runs before I actually start recording because The worst thing in the world is when you're doing a self-tape and you're doing a million takes. I never feel good about doing that. And also you have to remember that if you do book the job and you're on set, you're not going to get a million takes. So you shouldn't get into the habit of doing so many takes when you do a self-tape audition. And for me, honestly, I feel like the performance gets worse and worse when you start doing more and more takes. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice, a little bit of rehearsal before I actually start to film. Ooh. Ah. Okay, the audition is done. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy that I had to do, so. Unfortunately, my headshot session for today got canceled because the photographer called to let me know that he's sick, and I could tell that he felt really terrible about canceling, and I was like, really? It is no problem at all. It happens. It has happened to me. It's happened to all of us at some point, and it's really no big deal because I know we're going to reschedule. We're going to get the session done at some point. And so yeah, I just didn't want him to feel bad or anything. And also I was like, thanks for letting me know, because I also don't want to get sick at the session if you're sick, and you don't want a photographer too that's feeling terrible and not 100%. It's not going to be fun for anyone. After I do the session and once I get the final photos, I will share that with you all. It's actually a super gloomy and rainy day outside. Here, let me show you. I actually don't have too much planned for today. Earlier in the video, I showed you a clip of me doing a self-tape audition yesterday, and I actually ended up getting another audition later on that same day, and I was able to do the audition and submit it last night. So that's pretty much the only other update that I have for you. Yeah. Nothing too exciting at the moment. So it is the next day. I really didn't get up too much for the rest of the day yesterday after my session got canceled. I literally just ran some errands, and then I spent the evening stressed out because my husband and I found out that we unexpectedly have to move out of our apartment. So let me backtrack here a little bit. So we've been having plumbing issues in our current unit for like around 2 weeks. And I got told yesterday by management that we are going to have to completely move out of the unit because the plumbing issue is part of a much larger issue at hand. It's not something that's going to be a quick fix where the plumbers are going to be able to fix everything within a couple of weeks. It's probably going to take them, several months, and they don't really know. Anyway, she said we need to vacate the unit, and we are one of a specific group of units that are being affected by this issue.
Lucky me, lucky us, yay.
Thankfully, in our complex, there is another building. It's part of the same complex. It's a newer building where they have some available units there. So my husband and I were going to be moving to one of those units. Basically, they're just going to transfer our lease over, and in that way, it's not really that big of a deal. It's a bit of an inconvenience for sure. Definitely a bit of a hassle, but they are giving us some money for the inconvenience of all of this and to help us pay for like movers. So yeah, I mean, even though I know everything is going to be fine, and in the grand scheme of things, this is really like a blip on the radar. It's like, and our costs for moving are being covered and everything. It's I know it's like no big deal, but last night I was just feeling really stressed, and I'm going to be 100% honest. I just was kind of a whiny baby last night. I took the evening to be negative and complain to my husband, and and I definitely had a bit of a cry session too. I know I was being a huge baby, but you know what? I just needed that evening to like do that, let it out, and I woke up this morning feeling a lot better, and I'm like, okay, time to put your big girl pants on and just deal with it. So it looks like we're going to be moving out of our current apartment in a week. That's the situation. As far as acting goes, I do not have any more updates. If I do have any updates for you, like if I have a callback or a booking or whatever, I will share it with you, of course. But for now, this is really all that I have to share. Update, I just got out of the shower and had to decline an audition. And just to be clear, I hate having to decline auditions, but sometimes you just gotta do it and it happens. I can't really give away too much, but the skills that they were asking for, I do not have. So, yeah, that's why I had to decline it. Things are going really well for me.